Okay, so I found that the 13/16 spark plug wrench fits in there just fine. 22 millimeter, fits over the nut, but it's really loose, so I don't want to use that. So when pull up on this, and it's going to spin, because now there's no plates in there anymore. There's no tension on the springs or anything like that. So there is a tool that they make for this, and it just basically bolts back onto there. It's just a round plate with a hole in the center and a handle. So I don't have that tool, and putting a block of wood in here won't work because this just it's spinning here now on the main shaft off the input there. So my alternative is I'm using just a what do you call this, a strap wrench. So just a strap wrench here with the rubber strap, and it seems to work just fine. So take it off. It really wasn't torqued on there, so I'll check the specs to see what the torque spec is supposed to be for this nut. But I can tell you just by turning it that it wasn't on there super tight. So that wasn't any problem at all getting that off of there. Should be a washer, I would imagine. Yep, there's the washer. Come here now. Don't be a stranger. Alright, is there anything? So it's a spring washer. So there should be a flat washer underneath. No, there's no flat washer. That's interesting. I would have expected to see a flat washer, so that just springs against the metal of the basket. Okay. And the nut itself is the kind that is like a lock nut. Looks to be. I'll clean it up. Where's my rag? Oh, right here. Let me just have a look at this. They have. You're used to seeing like nylock ones, one with the nylon insert in there that locks it on. But I've also seen them with the metal. The old ones used to just be like slotted piece of metal at the top, and it was supposed to do the same purpose. No, this one's got like a. It's not exactly nylon. I don't know. Maybe it is nylon, but it looks to be. It's black. Usually nylon's a different color, but anyway, this one's black, and it does have. It's supposed to be, I guess, self-locking. But I know that was not on there with any kind of force. That was very easy to get off of there, so that's fine. I'll still check the manual and just see if there's a torque spec for that, but I suspect it's just tighten it until you compress this spring washer here, and it should be good. Shouldn't have to give it any much more than that. Okay, now I'm not going to start pulling anything out of there yet. What I want to do is I want to get over here and work on the alternator. So I'm going to disconnect the wiring to the alternator and work at getting these guys off here. So now I need a little light. And I'll grab my light, trusty dusty light. And where am I up in here? There we go. Okay, so I have, and I'll clean them up, but I have 3 wires. One's yellow, one's green, and one looks to be brown. I'm going to say brown. And then they go into 2 connectors. One connector takes the green and the brown, and the other connector takes just the yellow. And that's it. Pretty straightforward. And then there's a boot back here, which is cracked, which is interesting. So I'm going to have a look at this boot when I get it off, and if that needs to be sealed up a little better, and I suspect it might, then I'll have to do something with that. Come up with either see if I can get another boot or make something up to seal that, because I don't want anything getting in or out of this primary case once I close it up. Okay, so it's amazing that all the electricity for the bike runs through these small little wires. Like I think they're like, I don't know, they gotta be 16 gauge. They're pretty small wires, 3 small wires, and that's it. That's all there is to it. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get you up here. There's no sense me doing this and not showing you what I'm doing. Let me just take a second here to show you in here. There we go. So I've already disconnected one. And you can see one connector takes the brown and the green, and the other connector takes the yellow, and they were just tucking up underneath there behind the hose for the crankcase ventilation. And then you can see what I'm talking about here, this rubber on the wires that come out of the primary case. The back of the primary case is kind of cracked. So I'll have a look and see how bad that is, if that makes a big deal, and what I got to do to fix that up. I'm not going to tape it, but I do have some silicone tape that is self-fusing. I use that a lot because it's really good. I tend to not use electrical tape because it relies on glue, whereas the self-fusing stuff sticks to itself, so it's really handy. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing here now. So let me just set you up. Where am I going to set you up? So, geez, I'm sorry for getting you all over the place here. This is not the easiest when you're trying to watch the video, I know. No, there we go. How's that? Is that a little better? Okay. That one's going to give me a little bit of grief. That one came out easy. There we go. So I got those 3. So now I'm ready to take off these guys here and get that stator out of there, those stator windings out of my way. All right, let me go get my tools and start you back up, and we'll get that taken off.